Namaskar dosto. I'm Purnima from Fertility Dost. And today with us we have Dr. Shuchika Mangal. She is a senior consultant, infertility consultant and IVF specialist from Vansh IVF Jaipur. Good evening ma'am and welcome to Fertility
Good
Dost.
evening, Purnima. Thank you so much for the introduction.
With Dr. Shuchika, we are going to discuss about very important topic that is ART and PCOS. And for this whole month of September, हमारा focus PCOS, PCOD पे था because we all know that this is the September is the PCOS awareness month. But still, Dr. Suchika, हमको ऐसा लगता है कि कहीं कुछ sections हैं जो हमने miss कर दिए. Though we discussed this topic a month long, but few
Yes.
queries, few questions are still pending. So today with you, we really would love to discuss all about this. And basically, the people are confused. अगर PCOS है तो हम
Yes.
नेचुरली कंसीव क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे और अगर हम नेचुरली नहीं कंसीव कर पा रहे तो हम पीसीओएस के साथ आईयूआई या आईवीएफ में कैसे कंसीव कर पाएंगे सो आई वुड रियली लव यू टू क्लियर दीज मिसकंसेप्शंस दैट इज रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड पीसीओएस कि पीसीओएस हो गया तो अब व्हाट नॉट नेक्स्ट क्या करेंगे सो मैम प्लीज
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Purnima ji, for putting up this question. Definitely, it's very obvious. Patients के mind में ये query आना कि क्यों conceive नहीं हो पा रहा है. सबसे पहले तो हम बहुत brief में इस चीज़ को समझेंगे. PCOS क्या है ये आप अपने previous sections में काफ़ी बार discuss कर चुके हैं. Basically, we'll focus on the solution. अभी what happens in PCOS? Basically, the problem is that because of excess of eggs, at any point of time, any female has a lot of eggs in the ovaries. But what happens every month, one out of those eggs, at least one out of those eggs should come up, should get a dominant follicle. It becomes mature, it gets mature and is capable of giving you pregnancy if intercourse happens at the right time. But what the problem in PCOS is that because of a lot of unwanted hormones, कुछ male hormones का excess है जिसकी वजह से ovulation timely नहीं हो पा रहा है. So either there is oligomenorrhea, irregular cycles तो हैं ही, या तो ovulation हो ही नहीं रहा है या बहुत delayed हो रहा है. So one of the problems that happens is that irregular cycles में the couples don't get to know what the fertile period is. They don't get to know, they don't understand, because in what happens in regular cycles, what we say that the first half of the cycle is variable and the second half of the cycle, I mean the last 14 days, is always fixed. So say somebody has a cycle of 28 to 30 days, so we can very confidently say that the ovulation may happen somewhere between 11 to 17th or 18th day. But in cases of irregular cycles, sometimes the female may be having cycles at 35 days, sometimes she may bleed every 60 days. So it gets very, very difficult to basically find out the fertile days, the ovulation time. So how we go about it is that we do, ovulation induction to karte hi hain. We give some tablets for the eggs to come up, to boost the ovaries to produce, the egg that is not coming up on its own. So we give some medicines from outside and then we do a follicular monitoring. हम follicles को follow करते हैं, हम देखते हैं अच्छा egg कब आ रहा है, and then what is the exact time for the egg to release from the ovary, and maybe the couple can try at that particular time. It takes time. It takes time. If we talk about the cycle fecundity rate, डिस्पाइट हैविंग ओव्यूलेशन, अब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन ये है कि ओव्यूलेशन हो रहा है फिर भी कंसीव नहीं हो पा रहा है.
नहीं
सो
राइट
जब हम लोग ट्रैक कर रहे हैं, फॉलिकुलर मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हैं, see despite of that we need to be patient with that. We need to have we need to give ourselves some time. So we can't say that ovulation होने के बाद भी pregnancy नहीं हो रहा है. So let's just follow it for a few months. Let's just keep a time frame of 3 to 6 months, post which it doesn't happen. Then we should always evaluate for other causes of infertility, because somebody having PCOS doesn't mean that you can't have any other problem. So you may have some male factors also, you may have some tubal factors also, tubes may not be good, or maybe the sometimes the quality of eggs that is coming up is not so good. So I mean the next step is to evaluate for the further factors.
Right. But Dr. Suchika, usually people says कि naturally नहीं conceive हो पा रहा तो IUI में क्या सक्सेस रेट है conception with
yes,
PCOS? So
yes.
what you suggest for such patients?
Yes, definitely the question makes sense that abhi nahi ho raha hai, then what is the next step? So the next step that comes to our mind is go for an IUI. If we follow that stepwise approach, first the patient, the couple is trying on their own, then they approach a fertility specialist. They are trying with follicular monitoring and ovulation induction. It's not happening. So when should you step up for an IUI, and in what cases should you go for an IVF, and how should you go about it? So when it's not happening for 6 months, despite trying with follicular monitoring, definitely we can step up to IUI. However, I would like to tell you that IUI is not the specific treatment for PCOS, because IUI mainly takes care of other factors. It may increase the chances of conception for sure, but mostly couples who will benefit from IUI would be the couples who have a good pair of tubes. Your
Right.
fallopian tubes have to be tested before proceeding for an IUI. In case your fallopian tubes are not good, maybe functionally or anatomically these are not good, even IUIs are not going to give you results in such cases. You may also have some defects in your husband's sperms. So in such cases, IUI may give you IUI along with ovulation induction may give you better results. Also, to get better results, we may step up on the protocol, the way we are trying to get your eggs. So we may also need to add some injections. Adding injections also adds to the quality of eggs. Those are coming up, and then planning for an IUI is the next best step, although testing for tubes is mandatory before that, and also husband sperm analysis needs to be done before that. Otherwise we'll be unnecessarily wasting our cycles trying for
Right,
an
right.
IUI. Yes, and the third
So,
indication, yes, yes.
Hanji, please.
Yes, and now when we say when should we proceed for IVF, or should we go for an IUI before going for an IVF? See, it depends on it varies from case to case. If you have an age factor along with PCOS, you also have an age factor. Your age is more than 35, or you have a long married life. You've been trying for last 7 to 8 years. If your tubes are not good, if the husband's sperms are not so good, then there is no point trying for an IUI in between. Once you have tried enough, you have given enough trial, then that's the time you should directly go for an IVF without wasting much time in IUI. Because suppose sperms अच्छे नहीं हैं, sperms are not good, we have some parameters to look for sperms. If sperms are not good, if it's not happening naturally, probably IUI might not give you very very good results. Or if tubes are
Right.
not good along with having PCOS, then natural se nahi ho raha hai, then IUI again won't give you very good results. So not in all cases natural ke baad IUI and IUI ke baad IVF, that is not a rule. However, we try to take up that stepwise approach in most of the cases. So whenever we feel any some other factor is also adding up, severe husband factor hai, tubes are not good, age is a factor, or the patient is very anxious, we are short of time, or there is a long married life, maybe proceeding with IVF is a good option.
Better option. Right.
Directly, yes, yes.
Uh, Hi, Dr. Suchika.
Hello, hello,
Yes, I
Gitanjali.
think
Yeah,
hi. I think Purnima's internet is an
yes,
issue.
yes. Some
One-
issues with that. Yeah.
Uh, just a second. So can we continue on the discussion
Yes,
of?
yes, yes. Sure, sure. We can continue with the discussion.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
So also somebody is here asking that is 40 years too old for IVF? And this question हमें बहुत we get very frequently, because usually the trend is that after 32, 33 people when are not able to conceive naturally, that they try
Yes.
to look for IVF, and 40s में उनको गूगल के ज्ञान से ही बताया जाता है कि बहुत ज्यादा लेट हो गया, and they become really anxious. So we want to kind of
Yes.
get right perspective on it.
Sure, sure. See, first of all, I would like to say 32, 33 in these times is still not a very advanced age, because, most of the females are getting married around 30 at this time. So we should always give them some time to try on their own. So till 35, we can still wait for natural trials. if everything else is okay, if things are okay, if the tests are normal, maybe till 35 they can try on their own. But yes, if you ask me about 40 years of age, uh, we just can't comment it in a generalized way. We need to look at you, how your ovaries are behaving. Some people at an age of 40 years may still produce eggs, although definitely we need to understand that the quality and number of eggs does fall with age, and there are no doubts about that. So 40 years is considered as an advanced age. Whatever the condition be, we should proceed with IVF as soon as possible. As soon as possible we should go ahead with this. So your fertility specialist would do a scan on second or the third day of your menstrual cycle and do an assessment for your eggs. If you have good number of eggs, or if you have adequate uh, number of eggs, then we always try to do an IVF with your own eggs. But in some cases the eggs get depleted, so it's a age factor that happens with, that can happen with anybody. So if the eggs are totally depleted, or if your blood tests are also not supporting a good hormonal profile, then your doctor may even advise you to go for IVF with donor eggs, if there are no eggs left in the ovaries, or if the quality doesn't seem to be a good one. So it
So
depends
is
on your
there
case. We can't generalize it as such.
Ji. So what also essentially I want to understand, and I'm sure my fertility dose community wants to know, is there any case study which you can explain where a patient came to you specifically at this, higher age, and
Mm-hmm.
what are the then understanding what are the parameters which can make it
Yes.
successful? Because ultimately
Yes.
question यही है कि भाई 40 में
Mm-hmm.
सक्सेस होगा या नहीं होगा.
Yes, definitely. See, if you are already 40, जैसे कि हमने discuss किया, baseline evaluation is very, very important. Selection of patient is very important. If we talk in a generalized way, definitely the success rates with, whatever we do, even with IVF or IUI, are definitely going to be lower with higher age group. But then if your doctor suggests that, okay, going for IVF, undoubtedly, yes, that's the best option at that age. Now, when we are trying for IVF with our own eggs and we want to make it successful, then we have a lot of things, we have a lot of protocols to follow. We may even sometimes in IVF we follow a minimum stimulation protocol, considering that you already have a lower number of eggs. So why unnecessary burden you with a lot of injections? So we can give you injections in very low dose and take out the best quality eggs. Take out the best quality eggs, how much ever the number is. It may be 2, it may be 4, it may be 6. So we take out the eggs, we do an ICSI procedure, we fertilize those eggs with your husband's sperms, and whatever the embryos we have, we can culture those embryos till day 5. That is called a blastocyst culture. So that again happens in such cases, and then we can do an embryo transfer, maybe in the same cycle or in the subsequent cycle. That is called a frozen embryo transfer. So what I meant to say is that we are using a minimum stimulation protocol in such cases. We are doing ICSI, we are doing a blastocyst culture, and then we are doing a frozen embryo transfer. So whatever best and the latest techniques we have, definitely we should use for such challenging cases for sure.
Oh, great. So I think the
And
main
yes,
takeaway here is that there's a lot of interesting and new age technology which is there, medical
yes,
technology, and mainly that mini IVF and ICSI and
yes,
frozen egg and blastocyst, a combination, a perfect combination,
yes, yes,
will be figured out by your doctor looking at whatever is your background and आपके क्या failures हुए हैं या नहीं हुए, or what were the reasons
definitely.
of delayed pregnancy. So it is important कि
Yes,
आप पहले delayed pregnancy को एनालाइज करें अच्छे से एंड देन मूव ऑन टू इट, एंड बट
definitely.
वंस यू डिसाइडेड देन डिले मत करें, एज डॉक्टर सुचिका इज सेइंग.
Yes,
सो नाउ
already
आवर
40 years, so don't delay. That is the take home message. Don't delay any further. Your doctor may need 1 or 2 months time to prepare you. So apart from that, there shouldn't be much delays from your side, because your biological age is already, ticking, and every day, every month is important. So
so now we have our Purnima, the chief moderator of the session, back. So yes, Purnima, please continue.
Thank you, and I'm so sorry for network issues. So, Dr.
No, we are
Suchika,
living in a
very
digital world. Yeah, this is more than common. It is happening. Yes,
right.
please.
So, Dr. Suchika, one very common question here is कि PCOS क्या है? वो क्या सारी उम्र हमारे साथ है? Usually people says कि ये तो नहीं जाएगा. आप
Yes,
इसको
yes.
दबा दीजिए बट इट विल रीअकर. सो इसमें सच में कुछ सच्चाई है कि इट्स जस्ट अ काइंड ऑफ मिथ revolving around this PCOS?
No, it's not a myth. See, PCOS is how your ovaries are, or how your, this is how your body is. This is basically polycystic ovarian syndrome. We call it a syndrome because it's not just related to irregular cycles, it's not just related to infertility. There are a lot of other aspects related to it. So, aspects as in, we need to be careful. Once we are diagnosed with PCOS, we need to be careful about a lot of other health issues that can happen to us. So yes, definitely we can, just take care of it. We can take care of the unwanted hormones. Basically, PCOS में क्या है? We have unwanted hormones. Insulin resistance है. Male hormones are high. So unwanted hormones are high. So you can always take care of these high hormones. You can suppress these high hormones through lifestyle modification. That is the standard and the first, line of treatment or management. Apart from
Right.
infertility, also, if you have PCOS, you should always have a very good lifestyle, which includes diet and exercise, both of these. So that will take care of the unwanted hormones. So that will suppress your symptoms. That will suppress the other problems that may happen due to PCOS. But if you think that because of, by doing these modifications or by some medicines you can get rid of PCOS forever, no, that won't happen, because that is how your body is. That is, you have to live with PCOS throughout your reproductive this thing
Okay.
age group. And even later
Age.
on you may have some risk for diabetes, so that screening is very important. So we can't say that, okay, because of after menopause you'll not have any problems. If you have PCOS, or if you had PCOS in your reproductive period, then you are always a high risk candidate for diabetes and insulin resistance. So we need to be very very careful about that, and we need a good counseling, not just for fertility treatment, also for the other risk associated with this condition. So yes, it
Okay.
stays in the body. Yes, it stays in the body. Yes.
So we can say that it's not a myth. So you have to
Yeah.
work. PCOS काम कर रहा है तो आप भी अपना काम कीजिए.
Yes, yes,
Don't
yes, yes.
stay idle.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
डॉक्टर शुचिका, ऐसा भी कुछ है कि people usually say कि weight कम कर लिया, PCOS कम हो गया, या लाइफस्टाइल चेंजेस हैं तो PCOS कम हो गया. ये कितना रिलेटेड है? लाइक we all know that PCOS is lifestyle disease. बट
Yes.
अगर वेट कम होते ही ये कम होता है तो क्या वेट गेन होते ही PCOS फिर से आ जाता है?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. We just can't say that PCOS is not just a lifestyle disease. It has a lot of, etiologies. बहुत सारी चीज़ों से related है. It Lifestyle is one of the reasons behind it. It's not the only reason behind it. We have genetic reasons also. We have familial reasons. We have lifestyle reasons also. So that is why controlling PCOS is not very important. We have seen cases who are doing very rigorous exercise, who are doing fasting, but then they are not able to get rid of their excess weight. So there are a lot of things related to it. That's why what I said is that PCOS is going to stay with you. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने लाइफस्टाइल मॉडिफिकेशन किया PCOS चला गया. नो, इट्स जस्ट दैट द मैनिफेस्टेशंस ऑफ PCOS, जो सिम्टम्स आ रहे थे PCOS के, वो उस टाइम के लिए थोड़ा सप्रेस हो गए. Suppose you had irregular cycles, or suppose you were having problems with conceiving, those problems, or irregular cycles, overweight, that may get controlled for that particular stretch of time when you are very careful about your lifestyle. But once you get back to your normal routine, then those manifestations or those symptoms may reappear. However, PCOS was in your body even at that stretch when you were doing taking care of your body. So it's not, you're not going to get rid of it. Yes, the symptoms may get suppressed, the symptoms or the manifestations may get better during that stress. And definitely lifestyle modifications are the first line of management whenever we have somebody with PCOS.
PCOS, राइट.
Yes.
सर डॉक्टर सुचिका, कुछ ऐसा केस या आपने कुछ ऐसा हैंडल किया हो जिसमें PCOS हो, बहुत सीवियर केस ऑफ PCOS एंड कंसेप्शन जो था वो नेचुरल उसमें हुआ, तो आई थिंक ऐसा केस स्टडी विल मोटिवेट अदर्स एंड
Definitely.
विल हेल्प पीपल.
See, Purnima ji, it's not one case. We have a lot of cases when people come to us, they are completely demotivated that we have PCOS. Now it will not happen. Sometimes we start
Right.
taking examples from our friends. उनको भी PCOS था, उनको भी नहीं हुआ, हमें भी नहीं होगा. So see, you have to. Every body is different. Everybody is different. So you shouldn't be afraid of going to a fertility specialist. Get yourself tested, get yourself treated. ऐसे एक नहीं, ऐसे बहुत सारे केसेस हैं, एग्जांपल्स बहुत सारे हैं जहां पीसीओएस में बहुत ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करना पड़ा. सिंपल ओव्यूलेशन इंडक्शन, काउंसलिंग एंड फॉलिकुलर मॉनिटरिंग से ही कंसेप्शन हो गया. नहीं हुआ तो हम लोगों ने इंजेक्शंस ऐड किए, सिर्फ इंजेक्शन से नेचुरली ट्राई करके भी पीसीओएस हुआ. वी हैव सीन केसेस विद वेरी वेरी लॉन्ग मैरिड लाइफ, 10 to 12 ईयर से ट्राई कर रहे थे, बट बिकॉज they were so afraid or they had this thing in their mind कि PCOS है, नहीं conceive हो पाएगा, but then they came to us, they conceived in the very first cycle. So every case is different. I'm not trying to say कि first cycle में होगा ही सबको, but then we have a lot of cases where conception happened very really fast, even much more than expected. So all you need to do is consult a good fertility specialist and they'll take care of you.
Right. So basically we can say that don't delay the things. अगर
Don't
आपको
delay.
लगता है
Yes.
ओवुलेशन नहीं हो रहा है, ट्रैक नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो
Yes.
प्लीज विजिट द नियरेस्ट फर्टिलिटी सेंटर.
Once you know
Doctor,
it's not
one
happening, then you should always consult a doctor because timely
right.
pregnancy is very, very important. There is no point in delaying a pregnancy. 1 year you have tried, 2 years you have tried. So pregnancy may still happen later on. I'm not saying that it will not happen, but then the chances become less. So unnecessarily, we shouldn't be, increase the age because advanced maternal age is again a risk factor for pregnancy and a
बिल्कुल.
lot of other things. A lot of other complications start coming.
Doctor, you just mentioned that in this course of treatment of PCOS, sorry, ovulation tracking is very important.
Yes.
मार्केट में बहुत सारे ओवुलेशन ट्रैकर्स हैं, किट हैं, मोबाइल एप्स
Yes.
हैं,
Yes.
तो जस्ट थिंक अबाउट देम कि कितना रिलायबल है वो सोर्स.
See, if we talk about mobile apps, so what they do is that they track your menstrual cycle. So you only have to put in your the date of your last periods, and then you have to, they tell you about your ovulation according to the dates you put in those calendars. So if you have irregular cycles, even those mobile apps cannot predict when you are going to ovulate. So that is a
Right.
very crude method of doing it. However, if you are very young or if you have just started trying, you may still go by those days in case you are not able to track your cycles, but that's really not a very good method. And if we talk of LH kits, those are available in the market, those are commercially available. See, LH kits give you a rough idea of your ovulation days, but still LH kits will not tell you about the quality of your eggs. It will just tell you the ovulation days. It will not tell you the exact quality of your eggs, or if you need to do something else. It will see,
Right.
when we are doing the follicular monitoring, when we are seeing you through an ultrasound, we look at a lot of things, the number of eggs those are coming up, the quality of eggs, the lining of your uterus, if there is any associated problem. So definitely, if you want to get our ovulation tracked, follicular monitoring through an ultrasound is the best way to do that. However, if you're very young or in very early courses of your treatment, when you are really not willing to visit a fertility specialist, you can still use those LH kits available commercially, and you can through a simple urine test you can get to know your ovulation dates. However, even immature eggs, when they ovulate, those get tracked in those LH kits, but through a follicular monitoring through an ultrasound, we can exactly tell you whether the egg was good, how many eggs were there, lining acha hai ya nahi. So to get a wholesome idea, to get a proper idea, yes, ultrasound should be done. But if you're just trying to get to know whether ovulation ho bhi raha hai ya nahi, then LH kits can be used. And mobile calendars, those are mostly useful for people with regular cycles. Irregular cycles may, again, there's no relevance putting your dates and just getting to know. No.
Right. Particularly when we are dealing with PCOS or PCOD
Yes.
patients.
Yes.
एंड व्यूअर्स प्लीज टेक अ नोट ऑफ दिस थिंग, बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग ये बोलते हैं कि मैम हमने मोबाइल ऐप में चेक किया तो पता चला कि ओवुलेशन तो हो गया, प्रेगनेंसी क्यों नहीं हुआ, या डेट ओवुलेशन की आई थी. सो एज डॉक्टर सजेस्टेड, मोबाइल एप्स पे आप उतना भरोसा मत कीजिए. LH kits are available, and plus on our website you can check for health tools. We have ovulation calculator, you can also check that. सिंपल वेबसाइट में जाके आप ऊपर की साइड पे देखेंगे, यू विल सी द हेल्थ टूल्स कॉलम. सो प्लीज चेक दैट आउट. और अगर फिर भी आपको लगता है कि आप ओवुलेशन ट्रैक नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, देन प्लीज डोंट हेजिटेट टू विजिट योर डॉक्टर. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज फॉर if you are dealing with PCOS, then our advice is please don't delay your conception. मैम, वन वेरी कॉमन क्वेश्चन इज देयर कि जब फर्स्ट प्रेगनेंसी हुई तो PCOS नहीं था. When again I am trying for second child, then doctor just mentioned that you are having PCOS. तो सच में ऐसा होता है क्या?
देखिए, इट्स जस्ट दैट फर्स्ट टाइम में जब प्रेगनेंसी हुआ तब आपको पता नहीं था कि आपको पीसीओएस है. एंड पीसीओएस अगेन डजंट मीन दैट यू विल नॉट ओव्यूलेट. यू मे ओव्यूलेट. द ओव्यूलेशन इज समटाइम्स इनफ्रीक्वेंट. It may happen at any time. Then you don't know about those days. And first pregnancy may probably the frequency of intercourse was more. You were just married, so that clicked really fast. But when you are planning for a second baby, the frequency of intercourse may go down. So you really need to know about your fertile days. So PCOS पहले भी था, but then it happened. Pregnancy happened easily because infrequent ovulation था. और even with PCOS you may have ovulation. PCOS का मतलब ये नहीं है कि ovulation होगा नहीं. You may have delayed ovulation. You may still have ovulation on time. But then mostly if you have irregular cycles or if you are not able to conceive, then such problems, then we suspect such problems. So second pregnancy में भी problem आ सकता है PCOS में.
Okay. And very common question is, what's exactly the difference between PCOS and PCOD?
See, PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease, or PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, is one and the same thing. पहले disease बोलते थे, but actually it's not just a disease. It's a condition. It's how your body is. As I said, it's how your body is, and everybody is different. So you may be having PCO. You may call it PCOS or you may call it PCOD. We prefer PCOS because PCOS means polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's basically, syndrome means a group of diseases or a group of problems. So when we take when we deal with it through when we have a holistic approach for your condition, then polycystic ovaries is not just having a lot of eggs in your ovaries. It has a lot of other conditions associated with it, like diabetes, weight gain, insulin resistance, and a lot other things. So that is why these days we prefer calling it as PCOS, because apart from your fertility issues, you need to be aware of the other problems that may arise because of the condition.
So Dr. Suchika, very basic question, that how to know that we have PCOS? Any blood test, scanning, whatever?
Yes.
How to know?
See, the diagnostic criteria says that you may be having irregular cycles. That means oligomenorrhea or amenorrhea. Oligomenorrhea means irregular cycles हैं. Amenorrhea means periods आपको आ ही नहीं रहे हैं. So that is one of the diagnostic criteria. And the other thing is that you may have excess of male hormones, hyperandrogenemia. You may have excess of male hormones. You may have manifestations related to that. अभी क्या होगा that you may have a lot of body hair. Chin pe hair, upper lips pe hair. You may have more hair on your body. You may have hair fall. You may have acne. You may have some black spots around your neck. Acanthosis कहते हैं उसे. So these are all the manifestations. These are the symptoms along with irregular cycles. And when we do an ultrasound, we get to know that you have a lot of eggs in your ovaries. So initially we used to say 10 to 12 eggs per ovary. More than that is PCOS. But since we have very high-end ultrasound machines these days, so we have increased the number to 18 to 20. So if you have more than that much number of eggs in your ovaries, then we diagnose you as PCOS. However, it's a very commonly used term. कई बार delayed period हैं तो बहुत कॉमनली
Right.
फीमेल्स को ये कह दिया जाता है कि आपको पीसीओएस है, बट आई वुड लाइक टू मेक अ नोट हियर दैट PCOS is not the only reason behind delayed periods. We also need to look for other causes like thyroid, prolactin, and other causes behind that. So, basically, irregular cycles, high male hormones, and ultrasound. These are the three diagnostic criteria. Yes, and
And
once
ma'am,
we suspect you as PCOS, we may also do a few blood tests to confirm. Like periods के second या third day हम लोग कई बार FSH, LH, AMH ये blood test करते हैं. Then we look for your insulin levels also. Blood sugars भी आपके monitor करते हैं. So all that helps us reach a diagnosis of PCOS.
right, मैं अभी एक्चुअली वही पूछने लगी थी कि अदर ब्लड टेस्ट एंड ऑल दैट.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so these are the basic things because बहुत सारे लोगों ने पूछा है कि how to detect. Common thing is your irregular period, delayed periods, but as doctor suggested कि हर बार delayed period हमारे PCOS से related नहीं होते हैं. There may be some hidden factors, and एंड में हम यही कहेंगे कि प्लीज डोंट वेट, विजिट योर फर्टिलिटी डॉक्टर एज क्विकली यू कैन विजिट, बिकॉज अगर आपका रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम हेल्दी हेल्थ में है तभी आप प्रॉपरली कंसीव कर सकते हैं. डॉक्टर, वेरी कॉमन क्वेरी ओवर हेयर इज के आफ्टर 35 plus PCOS lady, how to proceed further with the treatments, because she reached that age of 35 but PCOS is there and conception is not happening. Then what next?
See, by the age of 35, I'm sure that the lady must have had undergone many cycles of ovulation induction and follicular monitoring. She
Right.
might not just be sitting. If we haven't tried any time in the past, then we may give a couple of cycles of ovulation induction just for trial basis and also just to understand the cycles, how the ovaries are behaving. Post which, it's always better to plan pregnancy as soon as possible. If all other factors are good, if the tubes are good, husband sperms are good, then we may give 2 to 3 cycles of IUI for sure. But then in case we feel that there are other associated factors, or if there is a long married life, or there are anything else that is that may prevent IUIs from getting successful, then IVF should be planned as soon as possible, because after 35 we want the lady to get pregnant as soon as possible, because there are other conditions that get associated with advanced age pregnancy. So it's always better
Right.
to proceed with the treatment.
We have one query that is related to PCOS only, that the lady is having PCOS and diabetes also. So
Okay.
she is asking, is it like she's mainly concerned about her IVF treatment as she's planning to go ahead with the IVF. So how could she proceed, because she is suffering for diabetes and PCOS condition is there. So what precautions or what suggestions you suggest for her?
See, if you already have diabetes that is set in, diabetes is one of the complications of PCOS. Both the things are related. But if you know that you have diabetes, then we need to do a preconceptional management of diabetes before proceeding for IVF, because even if you get pregnant, diabetes may have some additional complications in your pregnancy. So it's always better to get your sugars controlled. And also the other thing is that once you have your sugars controlled, we monitor you through your blood sugars, through your HbA1c. First thing is that have your sugars controlled, and only after that think about IVF, and that should take more than 2 to 3 months. It's not that we should waste a lot of times in getting it controlled. So consult your fertility specialist and also consult your endocrinologist. So they'll make a plan for you, they'll control your sugars, and once your sugars are controlled for 2 to 3 months, then we'll plan an IVF for you. And once the pregnancy is it's confirmed, then we switch you over to insulins in case your sugars are still high, and throughout your pregnancy you continue on insulin injections. But then control of sugars is very important, whether we have to put you daily
Right.
injections or whatever, because high sugars can again cause a lot of problems to your baby. That is why preconceptional, even before conception, you need to have your sugars controlled.
Okay, so we can say that full management of your
Yes.
body factors or hormones is
Yes,
important.
yes. Before
So,
IVF, that has to happen before IVF.
Okay. So after pregnancy, also she need to be in regular touch with her doctor because of
Yes, yes,
diabetes.
yes. Yes, even the pregnancy is high risk, and you need to be in regular touch with your doctor. You need to get your sugars monitored, and if the need arises, we put you on insulin injections throughout your pregnancy till the time you deliver.
Doctor, one very common query that PCOS lady, when she proceed further with IVF, फॉलिकल्स तो बहुत सारे होते हैं पर एम्ब्रियो कम बनते हैं, सो उसको कैसे ठीक किया जाए?
देखिए, this is your body, this is how your body is. So basically you can't change the, you can't change this condition. If you have PCOS, we cannot change it. But yes, we have a few adjuvants that we start before IVF. So it's not always that we start your IVF the moment you come to us. Sometimes we prepare your body through a few adjuvants that can take care of the unwanted hormones, and once your hormones are in balance, we may, start your IVF. But definitely sometimes, in some cases, not in all, it's a proven fact that the quality of eggs might not be, so very good. What happens in PCS, you have a lot of eggs, some may be mature, some may be immature or intermediate. So that can only be assessed once we get your eggs out of your body. So when we are doing scans, हमें scans में लगता है बहुत सारे eggs आ रहे हैं.
बहुत
But when we
राइट.
actually do an egg pickup in IVF, we get to know that out of those, so many eggs, only a few eggs were mature. So mature eggs come होते हैं, so that results in less number of embryos. But then still, mostly you get a good number of eggs to select, embryos to select and transfer. Mostly, I mean that's not much of an issue.
ओके, सो वी कैन से कि घबराना नहीं है अगर इतने नंबर ऑफ एग्स बने थे और हमारे एम्ब्रियोज थोड़े बने, देयर आर ऑलवेज चांस कि आपका
Yes.
प्रेगनेंसी ट्रीटमेंट सक्सेसफुल हो. इफ यू आर डीलिंग विद एनी इश्यूज रिलेटेड टू PCOS, प्लीज लेट अस नो, जस्ट ड्रॉप अ मैसेज on our official number. We have regular fertility yoga sessions for you. We have fertility nutrition plan for you. वेट कम करना है, फर्टिलिटी प्लान करना है, इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर IVF और नेचुरल कंसेप्शन, जस्ट लेट अस नो. वी हैव वेरियस पेड प्रोग्राम्स फॉर यू. डोंट हेजिटेट, जस्ट अ कॉल. हम आपके दोस्त, आपके साथ हैं आपकी पेरेंटहुड जर्नी में. एंड डॉक्टर शुचिका, इट्स रियली लाइक अमेजिंग to have you on our platform. And ये बहुत simple था, ART and PCOS, because ये बहुत लोगों को लगता था कि PCOS क्या इतना बड़ा कंडीशन है कि हम नेचुरली कंसीव ही नहीं कर पा रहे.
Not at all, not at all.
राइट, सो वी
PCOS
आई
doesn't mean
थिंक
IUI or IVF. PCOS में mostly
बिल्कुल
you have a very very good chances of conceiving on your own with minimum aid from your doctor. Yes.
right. So this is the most important thing that we chose this topic, because ये confusion था और सच में बहुत लोगों के दिमाग में confusion था. And thank you for clearing doubts related to PCOS. We really need to work hard towards it, but management is there and you can do it. If any queries left, please let us know. And thank you, Dr. Suchika. Dr. Suchika is from Jaipur. If you are in Jaipur, you can visit her and consult her. And thank you, Shield Health Pharma, for creating such wonderful sessions for us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Purnima. Thank you.